The best thing we can do is try to get to the judge, to the lawyers, to temper justice with mercy. Because these guys are not trained journalists. They just came out of passion, and it's just like giving a small boy a gun. He's going to misfire. So if they have, and I keep using the if, because I don't want people to go out tomorrow and say, actual. If they made these mistakes, the best thing we can do.
Africa Television, sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Africa
Yes.
Television, sorry, sir. Good morning, sir.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
On this justice of Mohbad, Arifa Westo, they have since I've been following Westo. It would be a fracas, but you don't need it. Sorry,
Okay,
sir.
Lady T, thank you for saying that. But I heard Westo live on his program the day that we had a meeting for about 3 hours. And those that are part of the foundation, they know Westo was part of the foundation. Before I flew to Nigeria, Westo was already part of the foundation. But again, I'm not here to discuss the Westo and the Arifa factor. But take it that what you didn't hear, you did not hear, and I appreciate that. But what I know and what I heard is what's giving me the confidence to say a lot of people, not just Westo, not just Arifa, a lot of people have said things that demands that social media needs to be regulated. Do you know the amount of abuse and insults they rain on people? That's one aspect of abuse. Not to talk of concocting information or defaming somebody. So all said and done, all of us need to learn that this is a social media and people have feelings and people can get hurt. Don't think because you're behind your 2,000 or 1 million naira phone, you can just say anything or come up with any story. What you say has a lot of consequences that you may not even imagine how far it goes. So that is a lesson for every person that wants to speak in any medium. Now, back to the issue on the ground. If you know where Veron is, we need to find out how to help him because some videos have been out that Veron is arrested, and I'm surprised that nobody's talking about it. So if that video is true, we need to find out how to help him. Help him does not mean if he's guilty that we're going to make him innocent. Help him means we're going to throw our weight behind to get mercy for whatever he may have done wrong. If it has to do with justice for Mohbad, we leave no soldier behind. We're going to help everybody, support everybody, and pray that anybody who has made a mistake would have learned so that those coming up will also learn. That's my position on those two. Now, let's talk about Sing for Mohbad Challenge. Titus, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Titus, are you there?
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, Sing for Mohbad Challenge. I see you put the poster up today. Why did you put the poster up today? Where are we going with the Sing for Mohbad Challenge?
Still promoting.
Yeah, how far with Prime Boy situation? Or you want to call me behind the scene?
Yeah, everything should be okay.
Yeah, but okay, but we need updates. You know, I've been deliberately quiet, hoping that you'll brief us.
That's all good. We'll do.
All right. You know, so again, we have situations like this, say Lagata situation. I wouldn't want to talk about Lagata because on one of the shows last week, he apologized to me, you know, for whatever he may have done wrong, and I've accepted the apology. So I cannot speak of anything that happened in the past. But again, any one of them that has made mistakes, they should learn not to do it again. You
That's
know,
it.
they should learn not to do it because your mistake is jeopardizing the integrity of the movement. That's what people don't realize. Any mistake especially those that are popular in the crowd, if you make a mistake, those who don't want you to see justice, they use that.
Especially
They
the
use
host.
that against. They use it against everybody. You know, so we need to be very careful in what we do. You know, and if you know you're not strong enough, you're not pure enough, just be in the comment section. You know, be in the comment section. Don't put on the weight that you can carry because this fight is for Nigeria, it's for Africa, and it may look like a small thing, but it's bigger than you can imagine. Stay in the background. It's like running for politics. If you want to be a voice for justice for Mohbad, it's worse than politics because they will dig up your anus, find out every crocro that you have, and even the one that you did not have, they will plant it there. They will plant things against you. They will twist your words. They will change your name. They will do Photoshop of what you did not do. So be very transparent and make sure you walk a straight path if you're going to be in the forefront of this movement, because the enemy is not weak. The enemy is strong and they are many, and they are looking for everybody that they can pull down. They want to silence as many as possible. I said this on one platform. If they can kill again to make sure that the truth does not come out, they will kill again. That's how divisive, how dangerous the people were fighting. That's how strong they are. So don't come into this with baby mindset. It's no playing. Look at the big names that have withdrawn from this case. Big people, tough people are running, washing their hands clean. So it's not a child's play. They would rather that nobody's talking about it, that all of you go to sleep. It's not your son, it's not your family. Get your mind off of it. That's what they want you to do. And now if you give them opportunity to castigate and to make us look bad, then it's our fault. So please, everybody, be encouraged, but be very careful and be wise.
Be on guard.
Thank you, Titus. If you don't join the African Television Foundation for Justice, join other groups like Lady Aries, Ada Universe. Don't even join the Baba Mohbad team. I don't recommend people joining Baba Mohbad team at this stage. But I would recommend you join us in African Television, or you join Lady Aries, Ada. I don't know who else is out there. Paparano does not have a team, but Paparano has a good head on everything that is going on. So the bottom line is, the first way forward for any individual is to find a group that you can discuss with. Within your group, you know what you plan, how you plan to help. Your group can have your own lawyers, or your group can liaise with any other lawyer that is out there. Your group can work with investigators, public, to find information. Look, the first press conference that was given out by the police, 26 names or thereabouts were questioned by the police. Now, I bet you in those 26 names, minimum one person knows exactly 100% what happened to Mo. So we have 26 names to go after. As a group, even if you are an individual working alone, you don't necessarily have to join a group. It depends on how resourceful you are. Maybe you are an investigator, maybe you are a politician, maybe you're Babalawo, you know, because Babalawo, those who are legit, they can see and they can conjure things up and they can tell us this is what happened. And if they tell us what they see spiritually, we can physically investigate whatever they tell us. You know, I believe in those things. If Babalawo tells me on that day the person that eliminated Mo was wearing red and green, now we can begin to question all 26 people who was wearing red and green on that day. If we get to the person wearing red and green, we can interrogate that person more intensely and we can find out if Babalawo is correct or not. And if Babalawo already told you that there was somebody wearing red and green, now you have a lead. We call it a lead. So 26 people are out there, or there are about 26 people, to be interrogated. Let me tell you, the reason we're in this mess is because the police interrogation has yielded no real arrest. Police is now telling us they have not concluded that the nurse did it. They have not concluded that Prime Boy did it. Why did you arrest Prime Boy? For me, I still don't know why they arrested Prime Boy. Because of the fight, the alleged fight. That fight happened 2 days before it was gone. So the Prime Boy factor for me is very weak. The nurse factor is also very weak. So the two so-called prime suspects of the police does not make sense to the public. They make no sense, and police has not been able to back up their reasons for arresting these guys, or for arresting the nurse and Prime Boy. They've not been able to convince the public or the world that it is either Prime Boy or nurse. So, who else was arrested in the case? But the bottom line is, if you join a group or individually you are resourceful, we need to begin to investigate those 26 people independently with private investigation, with every resource that we have. And among those 26 or 27 people, the truth lies within. If we don't get on this fast, they're going to come out and give us a cock and bull story, and we would have lost. And it is always difficult to fight from behind. It is difficult to fight from behind once you already lose. So my advice, Frank, and anybody asking the way forward, summarily, individually, help Mobile in any way you can. But collectively, with a group of individuals that you trust. And when you join this group of individuals, be careful to assess their strength, their resourcefulness, and their weaknesses. Now, no human being is a superhuman. No human being is flawless. So don't go there looking for Angel Michael, and if you go there and you find one fault, you want to destroy that thing because you found one fault. You yourself, you're not superhuman. So just be careful when you join a group of people fighting for justice. You don't necessarily have to come out and expose their faults. Because the more you do that, the more you weaken the whole movement. You stick in there and you give them your best advice and your best support, as long as you know that they have good objectives, their intentions are pure. So that's the way forward for me, pending whatever story that is going to come out on the 15th. But I cannot naturally tell you the way things are going. For me, the 15th is going to come and pass, and we'll still be in another suspension or in another court date. Now remember, criminal proceedings have not even started. So if we've spent almost 1 year now without criminal proceedings, when are we going to start criminal proceedings where they can prosecute real suspects? So you can see that we're losing momentum already, because justice delayed is always justice denied. Justice delayed is justice denied. If it takes 1 year or 2 years to start criminal proceedings, believe me, most of you listening to me right now, when they mention the name Mo, you'll be saying, is it still on? Because they're wearing everybody out with the delay. We're being worn out, we're being distracted with the delay. And this is always
The clients were being unlawfully.
until the strong people give up. So that's the way forward that I know. And if you have any other way forward that you think is better, you can come up, share your opinion. People are taking notes, and I'm sure you can educate one or two people on the way forward. Thank you for now.
Thank you very much, sir. Yep. I'll just go back to playing music. I'll play my tribute to Mo, composed by myself.
100. He was in custody. Veron. He was in custody since today is Thursday. Since Tuesday, he was in custody at Lagos State Police Command. Definitely 100. He was in police custody. Okay.
Okay. Based on the petition. So,
Well,
clear now?
yes, a petition wrote against him. Simple as that.
Petition by the Oba.
Well, yes, definitely 100. Regarding to Sekinot, the wife of the king. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to drop now
that's
because I'm at work.
Thank you, Andy. That's a good place
Thank
to
you
start
for that
looking. Thank you.
clarification. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So we'll be looking for him. You see, it's a very sad thing.
Mr. Andy at the job.
Yeah, he said he's at work. He's on Shisha.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
sure.
Working on it.
Yeah.
So, what arrest Veron by? Fuck.
Yeah, it's confirmed. So we'll work on that. Don't worry.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
As in, all these things started. All these things they put all these actions in place just one day before the inquest. On that Esabod's live, that's where they had all this conversation, and then they just kicked it off. So I'm not surprised. Not surprised. So if it's Oba's wife, it's Oba that it doesn't matter. Oba's wife, Oba.
He has wife now. Did you know Veron? Did anyone know Veron's family?
Yeah, I know Veron has family, but what I mean is apparently the petition was pushed out by Oba's wife. So
We're going to work on it. I'm going to talk to one or two people and see if there's any way that he can be helped. But like I said earlier on, this should be for us to learn that there are a lot of people watching what you say, what you do, and how you do it. So be careful. Be careful what you say. Even if you're right, even if your information is true, even if you have 100% evidence, there are ways to present it and ways to use that evidence. Just because you know something doesn't give you absolute right to throw it out just like that. But I'm not against Veron. I'm not against Arifa.
sometimes you forget.
I'm not against it. Huh?
I was gonna say sometimes you just forget to say allegedly.
Ideas, they don't use allegedly, and they don't understand that the people clapping for you, they will not be there when you begin to dance to the consequences. But the sad thing about this whole thing is that it is now distracting us from the real movement, from the real point, how to investigate and help Mobile. All this now, in America, we call this putting out fire. Did they question Oba? Let me tell you, Oba is not above the law.
Exactly.
With all due respect to the office of the Kabiyesi, if Kabiyesi kills somebody, the police has a duty to question him. If Tinubu commits such an offense, the police has a right to question him. Now, you may say, in Nigeria, they don't deal with those people above the law. Maybe that's the case in Nigeria, but we're speaking legally. Now, the same way that the Oba and president is not above the law, the same way hosts, TikTokers, you are not above the law. You cannot say because police did not question Oba, you will now take the law into your hand and begin to defame Oba. That is where the problem is. So what Prime Boy was saying was, these people took it personal, like they started going over and above. And some of them, if what we're hearing is true, creating a narrative that is not true and presenting it as if it's true, or creating a narrative that you don't have, creating a narrative that you don't have evidence on. You know, like a lot of people called me thief, Ole, blah, 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 when we came up. Some of them never knew my name.
I'm sorry, African TV. Sorry, I want to interject you there. I want to say something. I'm not talking about this again. Okay, let me now say
Carry out the attack or the bully on Mohbad. The king has not come out or has not issued any statement to this effect. And we know as human beings, actions speak louder than voice. Let's not deny the fact that we are humans. And we are more of an actionable species than a species with words. So when we realize that certain people are not, or a person, an individual, is not acting in the way that he or she is speaking, then we suspect a foul play. We suspect a foul play that the king is not issuing a statement, or the king is not directly addressing this petition as he's supposed to. And we also suggest that because of the king's ties with certain people at the top, the police are intentionally unable or unwilling to do their job. And it is just that situation that is making Nigerians to ask more questions. That why is the king, as royal as he is, as dignified as he is, why is he not coming out? Why did he rush out to make a statement to deny Sam Larry ties with the Elegushi family, but has not come out to deny or to debunk his involvement in the death or in the bully of Mohbad? It is not just enough for the king to say, you know what, I'm not the father of Liam. Anybody can say he's or she's not the father of anybody. Anyway, as long as the son is alive, as time goes on, I can connect with my son or my daughter anyway, secretly. But we have a dead body on our necks now. Now, who was involved in the bully of that person when he was alive? And who was also involved in the death of that person after he passed? So we are asking questions here. And the reluctance of the king and the silence of the king is constituting an elephant in the room. Now, anybody can decide now to react in certain way. Some of us will react by keeping quiet. Some of us react by being vocal. Some of us might react by being uncontrollable. You can't blame us. You understand?
Thank you.
But at the same time,
Thank you.
what you can ascertain is that as human beings, we are passionate, and we believe that the king has something to say and is not talking anything. In the beginning of this whole issue, we all started by dragging Prime Boy. We dragged Prime Boy so much that Prime Boy has to come out and make a direct statement saying that he is not involved in the death of Mohbad. He even said that there was no fight. And he also said that he was not even in the house when the whole thing happened. Prime Boy came out to clear his name, not because he fears anybody, but because he knows that his reputation is under scrutiny. So he came out and debunked it, and he has been debunking till today. And Prime Boy name is cleared by the public in the court of public opinion. We have somehow exonerated Prime Boy involvement because we can now ascertain that Prime Boy was not even at the scene of Mohbad's death. The same thing happened to Baba Mohbad. Baba Mohbad too was also dragged for hastily to clear his name.
Issue that we're talking about, all the other narratives you gave, he did not come to disclaim. He disclaimed there. All that we already know. What we are doing now is we're calling attention to people's utterances. Just because he did not debunk does not give us evidence that he was part of it or he knows about it. If we want to know his involvement, we need to play intelligently and use every legal resources that we can to get the truth. We don't conjure up the truth, We don't abuse, we don't manipulate because we believe that he knows something. That's all we're talking about here.
Sorry.
We're
I'm
trying
sorry.
to make.
Just a quick one. I've got just about 5 minutes left for this live. Thank you all for coming, and I appreciate you all. I'll probably come back live later.
Sorry.
But yeah, let's keep talking for now. 5 minutes.
Mr. Why looking for Westo? Westo has never, for one day, mentioned his name. So why are they looking for Westo? Why is he looking for people that are fighting for true justice? Has Veron ever mentions Oba's name too? So let's be wise about this matter. Let's be wise. We all know that Oba is backing Wunmi up. We all know that because Konibaje have said it already. Konibaje have said it. We all heard what
Pretty.
Konibaje. Sorry, African.
Pretty, we have 3
Sorry,
minutes.
sorry,
we have
sir.
3 minutes.
Okay.
We have 3 minutes. You said something that I want to respond to.
Sorry, let me land, please. We all heard what Konibaje said. That he's working for Oba, and Oba is going to pick them one by one. Those people fighting for justice. Why is it like that? Sorry, you need to answer that question. Thank you.
Okay, let me answer you, Pretty. Number one, if Oba comes up tomorrow and say that he did not send Konibaje, how would you feel? If you continue the narrative that you believe that Oba sent Konibaje, and by Otibaje, that's what I refer to him in any case. If Otibaje was not sent by the Oba, and you carry what he said, and you begin to use it, and you say something that defames, how would you feel? We have to be careful how we repeat other people's information. Oba has not come out, like you said. No, Oba has not come out to say, hold on. He did not come out to say, I appoint. He did not come out to say he appoint Konibaje.
I would like to respectfully, with respect, sir, and with respect, sir, I would like to interject with respect. It's not because I want to interject, but because of the time frame which is left, because there's not much time.
Go ahead, yes. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Konibaje does not have the power to order security or the police to go and arrest Arifa in a mafia-like manner or to go and kidnap him. Let me say, because Arifa
God
was
bless
kidnapped.
you.
Konibaje does not also have that power to delay or deny Arifa bail or to keep him in the. He does not have the power to keep Arifa in detention more than 48 hours. Now so at the same thing, he does not have the power to send police over to Ogun State to go and harass and arrest the wife of Westo and to hound Westo and to hold him to silence. The same thing also, he does not have the power to do that to Veron. Now, it only means that there is a power that is also working in concert with Konibaje, so that Konibaje is the face of that power, whereas that power is so great that Konibaje is just using himself as a puppet for that power, acting on behalf of that power. That power can come to public to say, oh, this is me, I'm doing this. But Konibaje is the face of that power. So he does not have the power personally to do it. It has to be something that is more, that can defy normal process or protocol that is acting for or in concert with Konibaje. So we take Konibaje word very seriously. And in that case, he does not have the power. So there's a higher power. And we suspect that the king is behind that power, because the king has everything because as I said, Konibaje said he's working on behalf of the king. And the king also have that power to do what Konibaje says is being done.
I saw the video where he said he was speaking on behalf of the Oba. And for me, I don't see him as working for the Oba. I see him as working for himself. And if the Oba, in all his wisdom, will put someone like Konibaje out to represent him, then there's a lot of questions to be asked. But when you're asking your questions, guys, for the integrity of the movement of justice for Mohbad, speak intelligently, guide yourself. It does not benefit us that 1, 2, or 3, or 5 people are picked up. It doesn't make us look good. We're not telling you not to speak. We're not telling you not to fight. I have never left the movement for justice. Even after what happened with Baba Mohbad, we have never left. We are fighting. I stand for freedom of expression. That's why I got involved in this whole thing. Just because of the journalistic aspect, freedom of expression. But I know as a trained, seasoned journalist, there are things you don't say and there are ways you say things. Especially for those that are coming up using TikTok as an opportunity to create a career. As a host, this can be your breakthrough as a journalist for the rest of your life. Don't cut it short by playing outside the rules. Every profession has its own rules. We're not asking you not to speak. We're not asking you not to fight, but we're asking you to fight and speak wisely. I don't want any of you in jail. If you get locked up, it makes me feel sad. I'm looking for Veron now. That's not what I plan to do, but that's what we have to do. We're fighting for Arifa. That's not what we plan to do, but that's what we have to do. Don't put us where we have to be distracted from the real cause. That's the summary of what we're saying. Please don't twist it. Don't twist it. Don't twist what we're saying. What benefit is it if we have to start bailing everybody? Because everybody wants to talk anyhow. Freedom of expression is not a license to be stupid. It does not give you license to create lies and manipulate. I hope you've heard this morning. God bless everybody. Thank you, Titus.